Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to walk through my process for culling through a large set of photos. Just using this example that we've been using so far. Normally, if I'm culling through a set, I'm usually working through hundreds of photos if I'm on a long trip or something like that. But this import was just an example set of photos, so it's not that big. But for a wedding, if you're shooting a wedding or something like that, you're going to have thousands of photos to cull through, which is just sort of the first secret here. Most photographers, when they shoot an event like that, they take thousands and thousands of pictures, but they'll only end up delivering a fraction of those to the actual client. So using wedding photography as an example, most shooters will shoot anywhere from 3,000 to maybe 5,000 on the high end photos over the course of a day, and then they might only deliver 500 or 600 photos to the client. So the first step that they do is when they import a large number of photos like this is to go through them and cull or whittle them down to the set that they want to then edit. So what I like to do when I import, I like to double click on the first photo to make it full screen. And then here, just a little tip for using keyboard shortcuts. I like to use keyboard shortcuts whenever possible. It just makes the workflow a little bit smoother, makes you work a little bit faster. So when you've double clicked on a photo and you're in this larger view here, you can hit the G key, which stands for grid, and it takes you back to this view. So it's a quick way to just double click to see the full size, and then you can hit G to go back to the grid. But anyway, I like to double click on the first photo, and then I like to hit the L key on my keyboard, which stands for lights. And if you hit it once, it dims the screen down, and if you hit it a second time, it takes it completely dark. So this is just sort of a nice way to focus your screen down, make it so that you're only looking at one photo at a time. You can hit L again to bring the lights back up, if you will. But what you can do is you can also drop these panels down, like this film strip at the bottom. You can hit this arrow, and it makes the photo a little bit bigger. You can even collapse all of these panels if you want to just make it a little bit bigger. But in this case, these side ones don't really have that much of an effect. And you can just hit the L key to dim the screen down. And then what I use is the pick system. So I use the keyboard shortcut P and the keyboard shortcut U. So P picks a photo and U unpicks it. So I might, and then what I do is I use the arrow keys on my keyboard to cycle through the photos. I go left and right. So you can see me skipping through the photos here. This first one, I might go back and forth and be like, okay, I like this one better. I'm going to hit P to pick it. I'll go to the next one. I like that one. I'll pick it. This is just kind of okay. Let's see. Kind of like this one maybe. I'll pick that one. Don't like any of these. I took a set of photos of my lovely assistant here. Obviously not all of these are good, but I might just, page through them and be like, all right, I really like this one. I'm going to hit P and pick that. Let's see, this is kind of a neat one. I'll go P here. I'll just keep, going back and forth to see what looks good. This one's all right. Maybe I'll do that one. I might go back and forth a few times between a little set of photos to see what ones I like. I like the best. I think I like this one the best out of those. Let's see. That's kind of a good one. I'll go P there. This is okay. That's kind of interesting. That might make a good black and white. I'll go pick there. Maybe a pick on this one. I might pick that one. It's kind of a interesting one. Let's see what we can do with that one. Pick. Maybe we'll pick that one. And then you'll get to the end. This is just some junk here of the phone in the hotel room. These are great pictures. Fantastic. I want that one. And then when you're done, just hit L to bring the lights back up. Hit G to go back to the grid. And you can see here in our list of photos, we have a bunch of flags. And we go up to our attribute section, click the flag, and now our list is completely whittled down to the photos that we've picked. I will then take these into the develop module and edit these photos. And then once I've edited a photo and I'm all finished with it, I will give it the 5-star rating. So right now it picked this last one here, but That's the other thing you want to be conscious of, is what photo you have selected. So even though I've scrolled up here to the top, the bottom photo is still selected. So when I hit 5, it's giving that bottom one the 5-star rating. So I'll go through these, edit them. Once it's edited, say I took this into the develop panel, I've edited it, I'm done. I'll give it the 5-star rating, and I'll move on to the next one. This is just so that I know what I've edited so far, what I consider completely final and finished. And then that's it. Then I have a folder full of photos that are picked and have star ratings, and I can always filter the photo down to just show me everything with 5 stars. So I know that I'm seeing all of the best photos, all of my edited photos. And then if this were like an event or a wedding or something like that, I would export all of the photos with that 5-star rating and deliver them to the client. So that's my process for sorting. Pretty simple. The picks and the 5-star ratings, it's really quick, it's fast. I don't like messing with the keywords and the metadata and the colors. It just is a little kludgy, a little bit cumbersome. Again, you might find it useful, but that's just my process. So that's it for this one. And the next one, we're going to start talking about collections. And I think that might be it for the library module before we get into the fun stuff over in the develop panel. But collections are just sort of, folders, groupings of photos that you can create either based on ratings or flags or just your own separate side folder. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Please remember to hit that like button if you did like it. Please subscribe if you are not a subscriber, and share this class with anybody that you know that might be looking to learn this kind of thing. I really appreciate it. And thanks for checking this out, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Cheers.